Hi, my name is Clarice Young, and I'm an assistant professor in the School of Dance. I'm also serving as the director of undergraduate studies. So, in this space, I get to work with a lot of students in choreography classes, in dance technique classes, in repertory classes, and also in an advising space. And what I come across a lot of times is students doubting themselves. And this kind of tip is my way to get them to see, like, we all do that. We all have these thoughts that are not helping us, or not positive, or getting us to those places that we want to get to. But if you can tell yourself you can do it, the chances of you doing it are actually higher. So I have students in class, specifically in my technique class, but sometimes I'll do it in other classes where I ask them to create a word or come up with a word or a few words, a mantra, positive affirmation, whatever you want to call it. The goal is for you to say these words in your mind's eye, or you can whisper it, to reassure yourself and reaffirm yourself, and also to especially say it when a thought runs across your mind that is not helping the situation. So you hear that thought, you combat it by saying this other thought a few times. And I'll usually do it in the beginning of class, at the end of class, and I'll just gently remind them to say it. I think it can be incorporated into any class where maybe at the top of it you have students create a word that's going to kind of help them through the semester, and just remind them to say it. I think that's the hardest part for me, is to remember to remind them to say it. But even in the middle of class, when things look a little like, oh, they need to be reminded of, I'll say your mantra or say your word, and it seems to help. So maybe in a class that's not like technique driven or moving, I think at the beginning of the class would be the best place, so that you can kind of start in this place of understanding that you just have to keep reminding yourself of who you are and reminding yourself of your greatness and believing it until you can step in it. I don't think the fear goes away. I don't think the thoughts ever fully go away for some people, but I think having proactive words to go along with those, I hope they help, especially when students will end up finding themselves in spaces that they're uncomfortable in or not familiar with, or maybe auditioning or interviewing, and you just kind of need to just remind yourself of who you are, because it's needed in the world. And that's my thing, just a word or a few words that you can hold on to and repeat in your mind's eye for the semester to get you through the semester. It's something as simple as, I can do it, I can make it, I've got this, or yes, I can do it, or any phrase that you can remember and hold on to for the remainder of the semester. So I hope you are able to implement it. Maybe just you do it for yourself first, and then see if you share it with the students, or maybe you just share it now. But that's my tip, and that's it. Have a good one.